What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is. Wait a minute. Oh, you got us on Facebook. That's fine. Just keep it. You can keep that on Facebook now that it's there. Just give me on Twitter too. I was like, how do we have a love? As I did what's his name? The Elon flip it on us again. But it's all good. But this is Big Games B.S., part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. We'll talk about Alpha Clinic Online is basically why we were late today. So we'll talk about that here shortly. Inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge, vibing, chilling. Probably gonna do a sneaker review here real quick. For those who don't know, Miles, you got the actual the you got the foot the picture of on feets for people to be able to check it out here when we do our sneaker review. We'll go first with housekeeping. We'll go to the first one. We're 194 as of before the show started, away from the goal of 6,000. 6,000 subs on the YouTube is what we're trying to get. Once we get to 6,000, we'll give away $500 to a live listener of Big Games B.S. We will give away $100 to a member, as well as the amount of likes on the YouTube channel. It's real easy to become a member. $3.99. Remember, membership has its perks. If you need hotels and housing during the football season, I'll hook you up with that in Tallahassee. I think I was looking at one. Like somebody was saying, it's $1,000 per night. Actually, I don't be. Let me stop listening to people. Let me see if I can really pull up. What will it be for FAMU's homecoming weekend in Tallahassee, Florida? So, like, just for those who need to know, I have the hookup on all that shit. So, yeah, that's what we do. You won't pay $1,000 a night. You'll pay what is the number? You'll pay $375 a night before tax. Let's go Tallahassee, Florida. I'm using my Marriott Bonvoy app. We'll go. That would be the weekend. Yeah, November 1st. And let's just have you check out on the 3rd. I'm even using my Explorer form for you. Ooh, there's no hookups. So the AC hotel is $1,011 per night, and it's a 2-night minimum in Tallahassee. The Aloft downtown is $673 a night. The hotel in which you'll be staying at using the Did Media Group members hookup is $916 a night, as opposed to $375 a night. $786 for Residence Inn, Courtyard Tallahassee, $730, Fairfield Inn, $595, Town Place Suites. These are all like the old Backpage hotels. Those are a lot of money as well. Like, just even if you wanted to stay in Thomasville, where you can get as close to good a deal, it's $386 a night. So try to become a member. Oh, somebody became a member. Scroll up. We got a new member. Man, she ain't no new member. Erica she should have been a member if she wasn't. Shout out to Erica. For my guys, that's one of the, you ever see she's one of them dark skinned women, the chunky dark skinned women. Like, that's one of them ones right there, boy. I'm telling you. She's her, Adrian, a couple of them, some cougars. They're out there. They're hunters. But anyway, so we're talking about that. Let's get this to where we need. We got another member. Man, she ain't no fucking new member either, man. She's just doing what she was supposed to do. But we need to get the memberships up. We need to get the subs up. Try to get that over to a better rating for us. So we'll leave it at that. Going to the next thing. I've done a terrible job. I keep telling people about this, but now it is my pinned tweet. We will actually. Oh, can I put it in can I drop stuff in the chat?
Not a link, but you can. They'll have to copy and paste
Okay, well, here's the if you go just click on the QR code. So right now you can take your phone, or it should happen. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you. You can take your phone. Oh, it will. And it'll go right to right. You pull your phone up, we might need to just randomly put the QR code throughout the show. You put that up, that will get you to where you can buy the season tailgate link for $100, all the tailgates. That will be going until July 4th weekend. And then there's also the MFTK hats. There's a link up there to buy those. It's $50, but it's the $50 includes shipping for all the hats. So like it's a motherfucker to ship right now. So like I'm just putting that out there for you guys. But we have all kinds of different MFTK caps. I'm doing all of this because the next month will be when I heavily aggressively start pushing the book bag drop. This will be my 5th annual book bag drop. The goal is to raise 6 figures again. We're trying to give away 4,000 book bags to kids between Orlando, Atlanta, Tallahassee, and Jacksonville. So that's the goal. We will accomplish the goal. And I just, basically, if you buy a cap, you are buying a book bag for a kid, book bag and a week's worth of groceries. So yeah, so this is a 5th quarter hat right here, guys. So I have these available too. 5th quarter is my Discord for college football. So but yeah, so that's what's going on with that. It has a little Seminole thing on the, wait a minute, my bad. Yeah, the little Seminole feather on the F. We have MFTK FSU caps. We have other stuff. If you want to, you can also Cash App if that's better. But the link lets you use your credit card. If you go click on, or if you use the QR code. So that's available to you people. It's also my pinned tweet on Twitter. So on my personal Twitter at BigGameJames_36. All right, on to the next one. We would have been on time too. But I had to do my foot trial. I had to get my Air 45s on. We were talking about that. Alpha Clinic client Bobby G scrolled through, told me a funny ass story. Bobby G is a dope person. He's a guy who's been around me since forever. Like I trained his son Ashton a while ago, quarterback. Again, he said I gave him one of the realest bars that he ever heard. And he was switch to that camera. All right. He was saying that his love for football was gone. And I told him, I said, don't you ever let another man take away your love for anything. I was like, I don't give a fuck what happened. Like if you like something, like don't let. And it was his coach, and at the time, and I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck what that coach did, man. You better just suck that shit up. Don't ever let me hear you say some shit like that around me again. It's just not and that was a lot tougher then too, but it was. The fact is that coaching is coaching. Like you can't just sit there and let somebody take your love away. But anyways, Bobby G came in with the Air 45s, and I was trying them out. We'll give a breakdown here a little bit later because Miles has the actual on feet sure, so I could tell you about how the comfortability, all of the different stuff. I should start doing sneaker reviews, as many sneakers as I have. I haven't bought as much as I used to, but like once I get back in my comfort zone, I'm probably gonna start having boxes come to the house every other day, like it was during COVID. It was getting out of control during COVID. That's kind of why I slowed down. I was buying everything just because it was there. But Bobby told a story about how he went. He's been on the Alpha Clinic plan, right? And he said him and his wife went to Hawaii, and he was like, he was slanging a 17-year-old dick, and the old lady had to tell him, just because you have that 17-year-old dick doesn't mean I have a 17-year-old pussy. Like you got to give me a break. You got to back down. And I was just like, yo, that is like the best story for Alpha Clinic. Again, if you want to, again, Full of D, have them run. Fuller D, Fuller D got him running. So like he was able to provide his wife with some Fuller D, and that's been helping his lifestyle up. And I'm proud of him. So Bobby G is why we rate. I was actually here at like everything was ready about 9:15, right? Like we could have been early. It just we were sharing stories. We were sharing war stories, man. But yeah. So, anyways, going to the next thing. Once we get the other clips up, we can talk about this. Speaking of Fuller D, we were on River City Live yesterday. Me and Christina. We were discussing men's hormonal health. So for my fellas who listen to this show, or like you listen to me in spaces and I make you guys mad, just understand, if you are discussing angrily another man after 11 p.m., you need to get your hormone levels checked. That's definitely a sign of low testosterone and high estrogen, elevated estrogen levels. And if you go to alphacliniconline.com, you don't need to suffer and yell like at spaces. Like, just chill out. I'm here for you. I want everybody living their best lives. Again, there are people who love you that need you in their lives. I don't know why you're doing this that late at night. It's got to be. It's troubling. It's disturbing. It's got to be other shit you can be doing. Like, but then again, I've seen some of y'all in real life. You probably ain't fucking much of nothing. So like, the only time you get attention is when you oh Lord, Eric got a fucking kid over here talking about he shoot a shot at Christina. Everybody loves. Why do you ever like? There's nothing worse in this world than getting in trouble for pussy that you're not getting. And Christina's definitely dope. That's the homie. But everybody's like, who is the white bitch? They're giving me that Dr. Umar treatment. Isn't it a little suspicious? Isn't it suspicious? I'm doing work, bro. Like Christina is the nurse, is the nurse practitioner. She's dope. Good people, man. I think she might be single, but then again, she's blonde. She's probably crazy. Most women are. Shoot your shots. That's all I can say. Is shoot your shot. I was in that bitch fly in the motherfucker though. I was rocking that green suit. That picture right there. I know women go for this, but men do too. That was a thin picture right there. I look fit right there. I look sexy than a motherfucker. Nobody told me this, but you can't tell me that I wasn't looking good right there in that picture. The suit was suiting. I could have probably picked out a better pair of shoes and not the Yeezys. Those are a pair of Yeezys, the creams. Anyways, she does not look like Marjorie Green Taylor. Do not do this, Angelo. I would not let you do that. She is not a bleached blonde, bad built heifer. She is not that. She is that's a good woman right there. Marjorie Green, I have no idea why anybody would even want to put something inside of her. Like again, she might be, y'all might like her for her stances. I don't, but like she doesn't look like she could not be my first Marjorie Green Taylor, not at all. Like I would be so disappointed in myself if that was the Pilgrim woman that I got. But anyways, that's what we were doing yesterday. So go on to the next thing. This was just funny. I saw this. My man said nothing hit the spot better on a Sunday than people knew. They called them Jeez-Its. Like instead of Cheez-Its, because that's the communion bread. Oh, I just realized it's like them Jeez-Its and a shot of grape juice used to hit the spot. I'm like, man, that's wilder than a motherfucker. I just had to share with you guys because I thought that was fucking hilarious, and I wanted to share hilariousness with you guys. Go to the next one. And my son both my sons, but really my youngest, has gotten into Sonic the Hedgehog. And they've got like a new series called Knuckles. So he really likes Knuckles. I've always heard people threaten to knock the Sonic gold coins out of somebody, but I've never seen it in real life. This police officer knocked the Sonic gold coins out of this chick. I don't even know how she got up that high in the air. But like she like just let him see that. Like roll that wonderful bean footage. She go, oh, slow it down too. We got to be able to slow it down. If she goes up and she comes down, the money just comes out. But like, what is this guy gonna do to this? You just saw that. How did she get up that high? Belly out, and then the guy pushes the police officer. He should be tased. Like, yeah, them that mad in the belly.
Yeah, the ripple effect is crazy.
Yeah.
What they call recoil.
Yeah. Wham. Like she didn't even like that was real. That was malice. There was malice in that man's heart when he chokeslammed her.
I hope we're not on the wrong side of
this. I don't know who's right or wrong. They tell me to just, they always say comply and shit when police officers do shit to us. I think whatever she did, she deserved that shit. But like, I'm just trying to figure out where did the money come from? She is wham. It's so violent. She can't even brace for impact. She is out. Does her head hit the ground first? Yeah. She was like, but I had a praying grandmother. And my head hit the ground. Hold on. The lady said, I gotta hit it with that. Hit it with the. It was, let me get timing up. And then my head hit the ground. Boom. And all of my bodily fluids started slowly exiting my body. But I had a praying grandmother. That shit. Somebody said she must have got, oh, okay. Man, till dog, what is she? She's stripping beef? Ain't no way she's stripping, dog.
You know what? He's probably right.
Oh man, it's just the way the money escaped. Boom. Like, it looks just like on the video games. Okay, all right. Woo, shoot, that's funny. All right, damn. I saw that might be a new segment over the summer. My friend, you know what? That could be it. My friends get the business given to them every day. I'll see something on IG, and then I'll be like, you know what? You know the rules. I saw it, so now you have to see it. So I think I'm gonna start doing the segment. I saw it, now you must see it. You know, we could just get that going. Yep. So yesterday was an emotional day for me. I don't get very many of those. But it wasn't just so much that he's playing football. It's that he actually wanted to come and he literally enjoyed the entire workout. Kai was super excited that he was going to football practice. He like went out there. I even had to stop to go do a spaces while he was at football practice. I left. Normally, if an adult leaves and he doesn't see them, he's like a ball of mush and crying. There were no tears. He was happy. Matter of fact, when I walked up after I was done, he was like, Dad, I want to just go play with my football friends for a little bit more. But he was out there, took his shirt off too. Saw the other kids had their shirts off. So he said, you know, I got a little bit of muscles. So he was flexing. He's already mean mugging guys who wear University of Miami apparel and University of Florida apparel. He was very coachable. I have no delusions of grandeur for my kids. All I ask is that they go out there and give it their all, work hard. And everybody got steaks afterwards. So everybody had a good football workout. It was very, very manly day yesterday for the Coleman men. Workouts, then steaks afterwards. But Trey was over there doing his thing. He got a chance to get some reps in that running back, and the world was a better place. Now I got to see if he'll hit, but we'll get to the hitting part later. Right now, I was just happy he liked the workouts. So, oh, you got the shoes? All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick sneaker review for those who are the uncultured in our world. But this is my footwork for today. I'll say this. Let's go. Let's look at what the value is, the actual value. What was I wearing? Those are so one before we get into all of those things. If you were to go buy you a pair of Air 4.5s, understand they run a little they run a little big. So that's a size 11 shoe that I'm wearing right there. I'm a 12 and a half, 13 in my older age. Hey, Moss. Just yeah, there we go. And it's so it runs a little bit big. The material isn't really that great. What are they called? I call them Air 4.5s, but that's not the. There we go. Let's see here. They don't have the actual price. I'm trying to see how much the resale is. But like the actual quality of the shoe is not good. Not good at all. Like if you're trying to hoop in those shoes, that's not going to work for you. Like if you're trying to walk in those shoes, that's not going to do anything for you. That shoe is literally, there's only one reason to get that shoe. And that is for shock and awe. Like it's a complete FU to the to whoever. They're sold out. They're $400 is a bit pricey for that shoe. It feels and it looks like the what is that shoe called? I don't know if it like all right, everybody has the baby shoe with the patent leather whites. Everybody got that shoe, right? Am I the only one who has it? My kid's the only one. I don't know white people. Do white people do this with their kids? The big ass Christian in shoes? Like that's what it's like, but it's not as hard or sturdy. Like that Miles did a really good to me. That picture is fire. That picture makes it look like but everything down to the fucking the laces are bad. Like they're very cheap leather. Like it's like there's nothing like practical about the laces. There's nothing practical about the shoe at all. Like so like I own a ton of shoes. You know, I don't know how Michael Jordan, but I know for a fact Michael Jordan's Air Force Ones, Jordan ones were different, had to be different, the ones he played in. Because Air Jordan ones are not a good basketball shoe. Dunks are not good shoes to walk around in. A lot of the shoes that you buy aren't good. Like Jordan, what did I have? Jordan 3s? The ones that look like a space boot. I wore them the other day. Those are good. I don't like the Jordan 4s on the way they feel on the back of my ankle. Like I have to wear. I don't like wearing socks. So like I don't like wearing shoes where I have to wear socks. And a lot of times Jordans, these aren't that, but like these are just, they're not practical at all. Yeezys are the most comfortable, practical shoes that I actually own. But they have what's funny though is like people say, respect our flag. Do you have any side ones, side profiles of this, or that's just the only one you have? Maybe we got to go back to the original tweet that we had to show the side. Actually, you can see a little bit of the flag right there. Yeah. And what I don't like is how everybody gets up in arms about, people like Kaepernick taking the knee, disrespecting the flag, and people don't understand flag code. And it is a little disrespectful to the flag code. Like there's a couple stars. There ain't like a lot of stars on that bitch. It's like red, white, and blue. It's supposed to be the American flag, but we don't have enough flag in that bitch. But again, if you're for my sneakerheads, you literally buy this to sell to a patriot. And I'm not saying y'all can get into all of y'all shit, which y'all think is a patriot or not. That's just what they call themselves. The Trumpers and stuff. Like that's why you buy this. This by no means is James Coleman endorsing a political candidate. I think Charlamagne the God said it the best when he went on The View. I think both of them suck. And so like me endorse, I vote for who serves my best interest. Always have, always will. Like that's why I'm a registered blood, but I'm not really a blood nor a Crip. But like I do know this. I do like a lot of things about 4-5 because I think he's fucking hilarious. And I think it's hilarious to people that follow him. T Red Wave POTUS 4-5. All right, I gotta check them out. Yeah, let's go to his website. Yeah, gettrumpsneakers.com. Go check that. I love red. Love the color red. I could not wear these though. But these are called the Never Surrender high tops. That's what is that. That's actually what it's called. Londa B, you know what? That's what it kind of reminds me of, but it's not quality. So the Omegas have their Timberland boots that they spray paint gold. And it reminds me of that, but it's not the same. Like still the Omegas is still a Timberland boot. So like it's still quality. Like this right here is it's not. It's not at all. But I think for the amount of money that he probably has or the access that he has, I do believe that we could have got a better quality shoe. But now that I know what it's called, let me go to StockX again. Because I want to know how much it cost. I mean, not how much it costs. It's never about that. It's about the resale. Am I spelling surrender right? Surrender. High tops. Damn, they don't have them on StockX. But he's got some T Red Wave POTUS 4-5, and they're not good. I wonder what this Victory Cologne smells like. Like my man out here selling. My man is literally out here being a rapper. Like he's doing these shows and he's selling merch. This is where the new entertainers make their bread now, man. People don't remember Nipsey Hussle sold a $100 mixtape, but you got a whole bunch of other stuff. Andre Moore put, did I see the PJ? I did not see that. I would though. I would love to have I could have a closet for just my shoes though. If we didn't find it, that's all right, Miles. We could look it up later. You can, if you find it, you can. If we do a short with it, we could just add the shit to it. But like they bottom line is the shoes are mid. Now actually they're not mid. They're like worse than mid. But there's a pride that comes with it, and there's a fuck it that comes with it. Like $400 just to say fuck it. I mean, I'm being honest with you. $400 ain't gonna do a lot for him. Did you hear that? Like they setting up Secret Service is setting up or having conversations for the potential of him being going to jail in New York this weekend. Yeah, well, because every president has Secret Service for the rest of their lives. Right. So, like, even if he goes to jail, like, there's no precedent for this. You can't just let the form. I mean, if anybody, oh yeah, that's the website I was on. If anybody like could get got, you would think he could get got there. So that's wild. Okay, so now we got this. Continue my sneaker review. Yeah, I'm not buying those. Those stink. That's the T Red Wave for $199. The POTUS 4-5 for $199. You can't even You can't even freak that. There's no outfit that you can rock that can make that look fly. But it does have the flag. I guess that might be why they were saying. Like if you click on it, it looks like it has a better rendition of the flag. That's what it looks like. The old Beverly Hills Polo Club shoes. even the website doesn't like I wouldn't buy from this website because it doesn't feel like the website of a president. It feels like um shit, what was the old school? It was a website that is it Firefox, not Firefox. It was an old website that you can go to that like it would let you make your own web page in the beginning, like a early day. I'm talking about like 96, 97. You could go and you could create your own web page through that, but it wouldn't be James Coleman. Angel Fire. Boom. Boy, that's you god damn you old as fuck, Polo Kid. Yes, there used to be an angel, it was a website, Angel Fire. You could go and like that's what that website looks like. But I wouldn't even those don't even have the same feel as the OG Let Freedom not Let Freedom Ring. What the fuck is Never Surrender high tops. The Never Surrender high tops at least gives this if I wore those in public, it would give the same impression as the red cap, Make America Great Again cap. And that's what I think a lot of people that's what I would go for. If I saw those, I would just think your sneaker game is weak. So my critique of if you got $400 and you really want to just say fuck it, go buy the Never Surrender high tops. But if I were you, if I had like a full day of shit to do, I wouldn't recommend them. And if like you're going to one of the rallies, it is hot. It's probably not it doesn't breathe well for you. Like you know how some sneakers breathe well. That's why they got I don't even think it had the holes in it. Like so, yeah. But Polo Kid, I'm old, Polo Kids. That's what I'm just saying. But I knew one of y'all old motherfuckers remembered Angel Fire. Nah, but dead serious, man. You can go to Angel Fire and like register, and like you could build your own website for free. It would just be like mileshumes.angelfire.com. But it was like nasty. It was MySpace. Remember MySpace? But MySpace was the best. Black Planet was actually the best. Black Planet was so before its time.
You had to know coding to like get any little design on your
Black Planet used to have a college club. You go to college club and you can see all the you could meet chicks back in the day. So a lot of you old heads like to pick on these kids because they don't really have like it's been around for a minute. So, but all right, we can go on to the next thing. So we got a shoe review. Adrian, I know she lying. She was probably on Black Planet. I don't know what her name. I can't even. Well, guys, look at Adrian's. This is what we're going to do. Look at Adrian's profile pic right now, and give me Black Planet names, Black Planet profile names that you think Adrian had back in the days when dudes was singing in white in all white outfits in the desert, crying to get girls back. Did you ever notice that? That's like Jodeci, Boyz II Men, all of them went to Boyz II Men did a song, I think, Wait Till the Water Runs Dry, and they was in the desert. It's too late. But all right, going to the next thing. I don't even know where we're at, but long story short, the shoes, I wouldn't get them. Continuations are one of the things I love about the show. Things that we talk about, things that people remind me of. I have not watched any wrestling, but I don't have to because y'all send me the highlights, and I love her, whoever she is. Tell her I love her. And I may I don't know how to experience this would be my first like real wrestling event that I've been to in quite some time, so I would like to go to one, but I need to go like VIP. And but like before we even get into this, just the cheeks are amazing. You know, God, that's no BBL. That's just squats. And praise God for genetics. But I'm assuming this is WWE, right? And let's just, I probably need to follow this page, the finest women of wrestling. And let's just check this out because again, I would wrestle nothing but women if this is what the case. I wouldn't do any of them like that police officer did and get the Sonic coins out of her. Actually, I would try to beat the Sonic coins, but that would be in a different light. But this is a Latina, so Dr. Umar doesn't have to be upset. And I can still run my streak. But let's check this out. Are the people who write the script, they looking at porn and saying, what kind of lesbian porn can we get away with? Like, we can't make her eat her ass, but we can put the cake right in her face. And we know the men will like that. And then women will like that because most women watch lesbian porn anyway. That's what the Pornhub statistics say. So, like, basically, is this what wrestling is? Because if that's what it is, then I'm okay with it. Ways to get knocked out.
Y'all ass eaters out there just mouth open waiting for it.
You would go to strippers with. Like, baby, you don't need to work here anymore. I could change your whole life. Come on over here. Like, let's like, you don't need to do this. But they make good money. They make $30 an hour. So, but I'd be like, listen. So in theory, they make $30 an hour. So $40 is, I mean, let's be real. $40, 15 minutes max. You get a couple. You could get $40 an hour.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's women be scoffing at shit like if you make over $100 an hour, then I'm with you. Like, if you make under $50 an hour, $40 is a lot of money for 15 minutes. But yeah, Angelo, that's what the scrubs be scrubbing. I be seeing some of them. They all have the eyelashes. They all have the Dominican eyebrows because for whatever reason, that's what all women want, the block check eyebrows. Like, I don't know what the fuck that's about. But the eyelashes, the heavy makeup, they all toting wagons. One of them I do want to ask because I don't think she has a BBL, but it is disproportionate. Her glute to hamstring ratio is a little wild, but whatever. But yeah, but anyways, this is what that wrestling keep showing the cheeks wrestling. We love this. You'll get more male guys there. Again, another continuous. White people just don't know how to learn from other white people's mistakes. OceanGate was a year ago. I'm not saying it's a tragedy. I actually love when people. I love when fast lessons are taught to slow learners. Like that man, because again, bro, it goes back to Andrew Tate, when he wants to be black. Like, it's hard enough being me. I don't need extra excitement. Like, if you're a billionaire and you gotta go explore the Titanic, in some kind of weird ass contraption, then you deserve everything that comes to you, man. But this shit right here is crazy. Like, you want to go down, another billionaire from Ohio wants to go down to prove that OceanGate was a fluke and that it's actually really safe to do all of this shit. And I'm like, you know what?
What does that matter?
I saw one person, have you seen the what they're saying actually to those guys? They died quick. They were dead before they knew it.
Well, that's a good thing.
So it's like they didn't have enough time to be over scared, and they will never find their body because they became chum. Basically, they got vaporized and spit out of the machine. And now, if the prawns are bigger in that area, just realize you're eating billionaires.
Oh, come.
That's what they eat. They eat waste. Prawns, crabs, all those things. They eat the waste. Oh, Andre, I talked about the family getting together on Monday show, bro. You got to go back and check the beginning of Monday show. But I do have a continuance of that. My new brother-in-law actually Googled me and kind of fanboyed a little bit.
Hey.
He was just like, damn, I ain't really. He's like, that was pretty impressive. I didn't realize that you did all that. You're like, I'm like, yeah, I was good a long time ago. But line to be, but they went down there with a GameCube controller and nobody questioned the legitimacy of what was happening. That's because, much like my guy 4-5, if you perceive to have money, you're perceived to be smart.
That's true.
And that's the unfortunate part of all of this.
I mean, we all do it.
I mean, yeah, you say, oh, he's a millionaire. He's got to be smart. But then, no, they're not. All right, on to the next continuance. This right here reminded me of this had to be the African soccer player when he found out that the kids weren't his with his wife. You can see a good man turning. If you look hard enough, his face actually becomes Future at the end of this. But this is, again, I keep trying. I only do this so that I can prove to my female viewers that y'all might be on an individual basis some of the purest of heart people, but your sisterhood ain't shit, just like there are men who ain't shit. But this right here is diabolical when it comes to ain't shitness. That's a cute ass girl too.
Double down.
This is the junior. And she knew. That's the herb. That's that 1960s R&B singer.
Oh,
Oh,
this video! Oh my god, they did
my heart broke for this brother, man.
I just hope it wasn't real. That's my prayer.
The funny thing about being on those shows, they're all real.
What?
They do they do want you to hype up and embellish things. I'm gonna be honest with you. You want to know what's really fucked up about this?
What?
They did all of this they call it an all expenses paid trip, right? They fly you coach to wherever this show is at. They have this courtroom made up, and it's like, sometimes it's a movie theater and they set up the different sets, right?
Right.
And you're in this, and you are one of 10 to 20 cases on that docket that they're moving in. And while you're in there, they got you both in separate areas. They're coaching you up on how to do stuff. But it is something that actually happened based upon they do a lot of interviews and a lot of questions before you go and do this.
That's wild, though. It's not worth the trip to
Right.
expose yourself.
So when I had to do ours, where me and Kyla went about Kai, messing up her plants, and it was like that was
the cute little
cute little one. But they were hyping it up. No, they were hyping it up, and different stuff like that. But I didn't want to do it. I did it because of her. But they're like, yeah, they're gonna give you like $100 per diem, and they give it to you after you're done. They give it to you like a little envelope, and it's a check that you have to cash. They pay for your flight, but they don't they get you a meal, but it's really nothing real that you're eating. They get you a car service. It's like if you've never been anywhere before, it makes sense. But like if you've actually halfway lived a life, it's a waste of your time. And you're looking at some of these people, I'm like, you really sold out your family for $100 per diem each and a flight and a hotel stay at a 3-star motel.
Well, they're probably, going after the disenfranchised.
They are. They are. Now, what would have happened though is if my sister would have won, she would have been awarded the damages. What? Which would have been like $1,000. They would have given her the damages for that.
But your sister was just a cute thing for publicity type.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna let her win. It's not about the money. It wasn't about the money at all. Like I don't. I got sent something where they're like, "Would you slap a coworker for $25,000?" It ain't about the money. It wasn't about the money at all. Like if I could have found this, I gave her cash. If I could have found what I have given her in the past to countersue her with, I'd have won the $25,000. But I couldn't find. I gave her cash. I could not find even the text message thread for me and my mom discussing this.
You just wanted to win.
I just wanted to win in something that she was good at.
I actually understand that level of evil. I do like beating people at things they are good at. Just evens us out a little bit.
Yeah, just I'm like, hey, okay,
just know if I choose.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell people. Like, God, just know this is not the path that I wanted to walk down. But if I wanted to, I could boom anybody in this. I'm good at this shit. But it doesn't help. Did you see the lawyer that's going to jail because he was a fake lawyer. He didn't have a law degree, didn't have a law license or whatever, didn't pass the bar, but he won 26 cases.
Oh, damn.
Like, this is what I am a lawyer. You don't. I say, bitch, you got to look shit up just like I would have to look it up. The only difference is you went to school a little bit. Like, a lot of this shit is common sense. Like, you don't need it, but like, lawyers love to throw the, I am a lawyer. And a lot of lawyers are broke. It's not like a doctor. Like a doctor, you go through all that shit. You got to go, doctors are doctors. Doctors out here doctoring. Like lawyers, some of y'all are good. The law is so complex that you need people that can read it. But but anyways.
That suit fools a lot of people.
Oh yeah. It's about presentation. Yeah. But this right here is again why I tell people go and get the fucking blow. If this man could have been saved a lot of heartbreak. Children are involved. And now you can't blame this man for any decision that he makes after this. And knowing that children are going to be impacted. One, they're impacted already because even if he stays, they deserve the opportunity to know who their father is for levels of, hey, I might get sick one day and I want to know what the fuck that man had going on his side of the family. Or two, if this man leaves and now they got no daddy. They ain't got pretend daddy or their real daddy. Women sometimes are evil creatures, man. But that's why I keep trying to tell y'all talk about the bear and shit. The reason why some of y'all will feel comfortable with the bear is because, bitch, you the fucking bear. But going to the next thing. And again, women lying. Now, can somebody tell me that Serena Williams, for most of my life, has been my out clause? I don't know what the fuck going on with her right now. She looked like one of the Muppets. The one to the left was bad as fuck. The babies, I thought the baby shit like kind of you go back to your original form sometimes. Cause I know babies be doing a number on women's bodies sometimes. But every man that I know, Miles, I think we've done numerous shows here through the time of us being on Den Media Group. Men love Serena.
Right. Of course.
Black women in particular love to find that one person that don't like them. And then like blame all black people for that. And if you go back to the original tweet, Miles, like or you back out of it to what was the quote tweet. Because he put the struggle is real. And the lady quote tweeted, black men talked about this lady so bad, now you're dragging her for having self-image issues y'all literally created. And it's literally a bunch of black men saying, nah, we loved the bitch before. We don't know who this new one is. And then somebody actually brought a point up is maybe that's what her husband wants. And she's trying to fit her husband and not us because they'll say stuff like black men hated Serena, but forget that Serena had two soft rappers battling each other over her love. Common and Drake were literally rapping about who was better with Serena.
Oh, that's right.
Common said you was with her for a minute, now she Canada Dry. And like I was like, damn, that was kind of a cold bar. If you know what Canada Dry is, the ginger ale and stuff like that. And she do look like right now. I don't know. I don't like it. But like something I would like to, like, again, just so we can really kill this shit, right? It's more than makeup. Like, something happened to her nose, like her lips. That's not the same person in that 24 that clip to the left that it is to the right. But that clip to the left got somebody making. It's got one of the most fresh off of his success with Ray. Jamie Foxx hosted the ESPYs. I believe it was 2 consecutive years. It was twice doing over 3, right? Bottom line, there was some time that went with it. He made 2 skits where he serenaded Serena, and every man in the world felt it. The man said, "I want to be your tennis ball." Can I be your tennis ball? You can smack me up against the wall. You can put me right inside your drawers. Like, it was like something like we was just like, hey, I'm with you on that. Then the one when he did the real full breakdown, like the 90s R&B, I wanna be your. And he had a couch that was like the inside of a tennis ball where he brought up there, gave her a racket, said, "Hit me once." Like, he even spoke in French. It's just like a whole bunch of shit, dog. Like I love Serena. I just wanted a kid with her. Like, and I wanted it the old fashioned. It got to be the old fashioned way so I can make sure it sets. I don't want to put it in no petri dish and then she gets basted or whatever. But like, because it might not be able to get the boy I want.
And that's the other thing too. When you have a baby, what does the baby look like? The original you?
I've always wanted to ask women this when they go and get all that work done. Like, does the baby, like, you don't like the way you look, so why are you replicating it? And why are you putting another human being through the torture of looking like you when you don't like the way you look?
I hate it, and I hate that men get blamed for it because it's
because then they'll go and say that they didn't do it for us. It's like, like, if you didn't do it for us, then it fucking doesn't matter. But you're doing it to get some kind of gratification or verification from somebody.
Right.
Like, whether it's men, whether it's women, whether it's somebody, bottom line is, if you believe in God, that means you looked in the mirror numerous times and said, God made a mistake. And I need to fix the mistake that God made by using another one of God's creatures.
Preach.
Like,
y'all done seen Kim Kardashian and everybody was trying to imitate sort of a look like her, but now you look like anime characters. That's what it is. It's this round, trying to be perfectly symmetrical face. You're easy to draw.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. I wasn't going for anime, but I was going for the transmissions. Like, I never thought she looked like a man before, but like now it's starting, not necessarily a man, but like a man trying to be a woman. That's is what she's looking like.
They're all getting the same sculpting.
Yeah, it's like it just doesn't, like, there was nothing wrong with her. Like, I loved her dark skin, like everything. Man, she wore that cat suit. Like, yo.
I know.
Sometimes y'all can fuck up. Sometimes some women can fuck up a wet dream. And that's amazing. But continuation, I'm sorry, Serena. I'm sorry, whatever. But y'all can't, this ain't on us. We can take a lot of L's, but this shit ain't on us. We liked you when you was looking like a snack.
I blame the ultra rich. It's all the ultra rich shit. This submarine shit.
They bored. They're so good. They have so much money. They got to do something with it. Like some of y'all, whatever, man. What was this? Oh, yeah. Know, right? My bad. Yeah, my bad. This is awesome. Yeah. Cheeks need clapping sometimes. Police officer. Again, for people who like just trust the police, like, no, just don't trust anybody. I mean, again, using wrestling, DTA, Stone Cold, don't trust anybody. This new thing I like got Colin Rugg. He's really all over the place, but he's actually pretty good. But you can just show the video. But he shows a San Diego police officer after getting locked in the back seat of his police cruiser for over an hour with the woman who he had arrested. Officer Anthony Hare arrested the woman due to a suspected car theft. On the way to police headquarters, the woman could be heard in the back seat telling Hare that she wanted to have sex. Woman, are you single? Yeah, but you're not, is what Hare said. Woman, I'm down to F right now. Hare then pulled down a residential street, turned his car and body cam off. After about 20 minutes, Hare called a fellow officer asking if he had a master key to open the back door of his police cruiser because he had locked himself in. The officer arrived and opened the back door, finding Hare with the woman in the back seat. Throughout the investigation, Hare claims he was just checking on the woman and claimed the door accidentally locked behind him. The police department, however, found traces of semen on his belt. He later resigned.
Traces of semen on his belt. Funny ass line.
That means this is a wild boy. He went in that thing with no rain jacket. He went up inside of a woman that he didn't know raw. How fine was? Do they have a video of the woman? This got to be a bad lady. But sometimes you get like that. You at work, and a lot of police officers don't think that anything can happen to them. Imagine like you getting pulled over and like and your partner comes and opens the door for you and he can't even save you. I can just look at the body and tell it was submit. He drove her a couple different places. He was being her Uber. He was getting all his money's worth that night. Mm. Oh, SNK no put that up there. I wanted to talk about this right here, but then I found out it was a lie. I mean, it's made up story. But he put SNK no, did you talk about the guy who shot up the police officer's daughter 4 years after the police officer killed his son in a traffic stop? And I was just like, I wanted to talk about it, but they came out and said that that's not that wasn't real. Like he could have went like to a hotel or something. But
Yeah, for real.
But anyways, man. Maybe she had that thing though, because nobody like. Did you see what Whack 300 talked about big women?
No,
They gave him a list of women that he would sleep with, right? And they put up Lizzo, and he said, I'm saying no, but I'm gonna say why I'm saying no to Lizzo. He said, I fucked a big woman once with some of the best pussy I've ever had in my life, but she was ugly. He's like, I did it on purpose. He's like, Lizzo cute. He's like, so I know she got some good stuff, and I don't want that to be put on me, and then I can't get out of that situation. He's like, because big girl's got some of the best that he's ever seen. And then so I say that to say is that Lizzo and ugly women sometimes, especially the crazy ones, they got some of the best stuff that you could get, man. Like, and it's because they can't have they can't have no more. They got to have like there's nothing that they're not willing to do sometimes to be able to get you. My mom had a friend. I won't say the friend's name, but she said that she was ugly as sin, but she always had a man, and she said she knew what to do to get a man. And that probably, as E-Mac put, that snatch was snatching. She probably enlightened him, opened up his mind, gave him the third eye, which would be crazy in the backs. Ugh. You don't know what she been. Hey, you don't know where these people have been. These people are bragging about not bathing for months now. Hey, you got to watch these people, man. She probably, or if it was the belt buckle. Now that I think about it, Polo Kid, that's probably more realistic. It probably didn't get to the smashing part. It was probably some top action. If it's just all over, how is it all over your belt buckle, man? Monica Lewinsky, your own uniform, bro. You ain't go think they go get it washed.
The way he popped out once he opened the door. Yeah.
He didn't know he was guilty. Yeah. Anyways, that's wild. Y'all look crazy in the comments. All right, go to the next thing. But Cheeks got to get clapped, I guess. We can go ahead and skip that. Basically, I just people were trying to recreate the future. Oh, one of the coolest things about if you've ever been to Kansas City, you got to go check out the Negro League Museum. It's really, really dope. Baseball is now going to officially add the Negro League stats. So Josh Gibson would now be the home runs leader. And like Josh Gibson, like some of these guys' stories are so crazy and wild when you look at it, like what they did, what they went through, how talented they were, how they sold out venues. But like, I'm gonna read so Negro League stats will officially be part of MLB's historical record. Josh Gibson will now be MLB's single season leader in the following categories: batting average, he hit 466 in 1943, slugging percentage 974 in 1937, OPS 1.474 in 1937. Gibson will also become the MLB career leader in batting average, slugging percentage. Well, that's what it's talking about. And one guy, Kenrick Montgomery, put it's piss off white America day, white America day I see. Bill Post, he's a retired legendary talk radio host and state legislator out in from Oregon. He's in Nevada. He says, so wrong in so many ways, not because of race, it's because they weren't in MLB, which is horrible, but reality. Should be the home run. Somebody should be the home run leader. Bad woke policy doesn't make things better or more fair. That was one thing. I love when they say the woke policy. But if you go click on the next one, this guy was really angry. He said, God, John Galt puts complete crap. Gibson was great. The league played terrible competition, often against local town teams. Next, add AAA stats to players' careers. And what's funny is when he put terrible competition, like the competition was so terrible that when all the Negro League stars merged into the MLB, they immediately became some of the best players. That's how bad the competition they played in every week. Maybe, and then then he also goes in less than 10% of the population to pull from, and some barnstorming games included in official stats, like comparing MLB to KBO stats, too hard to equalize them. And when people say stuff like that, I'm like, okay, less than 10% of the population to pull from. But that's how the NBA, NFL, basically every league but hockey literally had a Negro takeover because just the athletes were that superior. They just didn't get an opportunity. But it's always this. Anti-commie came to Twitter for free speech. Christian, it's always those guys that have some of the worst takes and hate free speech. But that was something that happened. I loved it. I love the Negro Leagues. If they played Negro League type ball in baseball today, more people will watch baseball. And they're starting to get to it, like the bat flips, the guys with the big chains, adding some seasoning to the to America's favorite game. Like, I get it, man. Like, but we know how to them motherfuckers knew how to swing bats and pitch. Satchel Paige sat a lot of motherfuckers. Satchel Paige, this is how watered down that league was. Satchel Paige came into the MLB at the alleged age of 40 years old and won Rookie of the Year. Like his first year that he was able to compete against white people, he fucking like consistently, he sat all of their asses down and dominated. I think sometimes we just got to step back and just realize what we're saying. Like I think if you write it down and then you read it out loud, you'll realize how dumb you fucking sound. But that's my hope. But sometimes I know that that's not truly the case. But go on to the next thing. Nah, I don't want to. Yeah, let's listen to this. This is one of our sisters here teaching her son a real life event, which I thought was interesting, which I think is interesting that she said this. It was on this day that Junior realized why his daddy left his mom. Like, I think too many people are finding comfort in embarrassing the fuck out of their kids. Oh, there's no sound. Huh. It's dead air. They can't hear anything, I guess.
Nothing at all.
Can y'all hear me? They hear me, but not the video.
Okay. Oh.
All right, let's try this again. I gotta listen to this all over again. Damn it.
My son gonna get mad and storm after Carly. He on the phone fussing at his girlfriend. Ain't got $1 in the bank. I said, girl, you ain't got to let a broke nigga be on the phone telling you what to do. He done got at the car, slammed the door, talking about I can't tell my girlfriend what to do. Not when you broke, nigga. Girl, you ain't got to listen to no broke nigga telling you what to do. Hey, go ahead and hang up on him flat. It ain't even a flip phone. I don't care. Flip it flat. Hey, I ain't got to listen to nothing that you say. I'm the one that's buying you a new shirt. Child. He done got mad at me and talking about why you gotta say these things. This is why I don't want to talk on the phone around you because why would you say it to my girlfriend? She doesn't need to listen to me. She ain't gotta listen to no broke nigga. I don't care who. Listen, my son or not. You ain't gotta listen to this nigga. Ain't even got no money. Please. He asking you for stuff and then want to tell you what to do. I wish you would ask me for something and then you want to tell me what to do. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Like, yeah, that's grade A parenting.
Like, I don't understand why we got to do all that. Like, I'm not. I saw a picture of a kid who was bullying another kid, which I believe that dad needed to get on that. That's funny. That would be. I would actually probably give Harold put. We just got a preview of how Quiet James podcast is going to be is going to be when the Canes beat FSU this year. Joking us all up. I actually probably won't be quiet. I will give props when props are earned. I have no quarrel with that. I probably will be that, but I probably will be because that's how Canes fans are going to fucking sound. This shit's irritating and shit. No, Londa, it's not going to be when he gets married. She's not going to be invited. He's going to see this and be like, you know what? I don't want to get married because of what I saw.
Right.
I don't want to be married to a woman where that's like this, man. Like, I'm like,
I mean, at that age, he doesn't need to be telling her what to do, but that whole mentality is kind of how you create dicks.
Well, I mean, the reality is, I don't know what he told her. Like, I mean, he didn't say, bitch, don't wear like no short skirt. Like, what could you possibly be bossing besides saying, I don't like something?
Yeah, you could tell you don't like, yeah.
Like, age, you know, you're young. But like, so if we're to believe mainstream, right? Not even mainstream. Fuck all that. Fuck all the statistics. Fuck everything else. The first teachers and the bringers of life are women. Like, come out of your culo. I mean, out of your chocha. Not your culo, not your ass, literally. We come out of your vagina. A lot of us were breastfed for a little bit. Some of us lean to you, and you're supposed to be the emotional support. You're the one who's most of the time consistently in our lives. So when women say men ain't shit, one could deduce who fucking raised us to be ain't shit. If so many of us are raised by single parents, in particular our mothers, and you don't think we're shit, then who the fuck raised us? It would be the mothers. But here's a single mother raising a boy in this manner. Like, In order to get her rocks off, she had to step on him to a person that she didn't even birth. That's wild. That is a wild flex to call your son broke in front of somebody else.
Yeah. And also it just goes to the theme of today where you think someone's rich. Rich does not make you infallible.
Right. So what you just taught him is I get my bread up, the bitch better listen to me.
Exactly.
Which is what a lot of women complain about now.
Right. Like I said, you create ditties this way.
It goes to the J. Cole lyric, which I love. It's really one of the best parts. She said, you spoiled and you rich and you can have any bitch. I got defensive and said, nah, I was the same without it. But like, you know, but yeah, you do create ditties. You do create R. Kelly's. You do create like these things that are just, in fact, weird. If anything, my mother gave me a false reality on life. I thought women were, I didn't believe that this type of woman existed. I once I realized there was bitches like this in the world, I said, yo, Ma, you did not prepare me well enough for life. These hoes is crazy. And as one person put in there, the video had no sound, but I could hear everything she was saying. And the voice bothers me. It shouldn't bother me, but it does. Why you gotta talk like that? I bet you broke talking like that. I know for a fact you are somebody's secretary. Or you do hair. She could do hair. But like knowing she got a Jody sitting on her couch right now that ain't got no money that's telling her to shut the fuck up. But, you know, whatever, man. But that's sad. But you know, it was something else that was with that, I think, on the this is funny. Like this videos like this, and I hate this for my sister. Cause I am pro love. Love who you love. Don't listen to Dr. Umar and all these other cats. Love who you love. But when you do stuff like when mamas are like this is why generations end up being like this. Because I'm telling you, man, it's other people being raised and not listening to think like some of y'all sisters, and you're losing. We're losing recipes. I'm just telling you, man. Like, and I'm gonna take it a step further. Y'all worried about the white women? Don't worry about them white women. Them Indian women coming, dog. Them Indians coming. I'm not. I don't know if I want to go to one of their parties, but I don't want my house smelling like curry. Killer got 2. Just letting y'all know, man. Just vibe, man. Don't be like that sister. That sister was misguided. Going on to the next thing. I can't believe, but I'm so grateful. You could tell all the jewelry she was wearing. Oh man. College football, Power 5 programs with the most years in between having a conference championship. People would tell you that it's all about national championships. But they can't even win a conference championship. There's some really wild times, man. Like when you look at this list, can you blow that list up a little bit, Miles? Like it's crazy. 0 seasons between the last conference championship. You have Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama, Florida State, and SMU. It's interesting. 1 season. Utah, Kansas State, Clemson, and Georgia Bulldogs. 2 seasons. Baylor, ironically, Pitt, and Cincinnati. 3 seasons or more, Ohio State, Oklahoma University, University of Oregon. 4 seasons, LSU. 5 to 10 seasons, Auburn, Penn State, TCU, Michigan State, Stanford, University of Houston, UCF. 11 to 20 seasons. This is crazy to like imagine getting on social media every day and talking about how good your school is And it's been 11 to 20 seasons since the last time you've won a conference championship. Like, you're not even the best team on your block, but you're telling other people they suck. Imagine 11 to, over a decade to 2 decades since the last time you won anything of note. Some of these schools will alarm you. Some of them won't. When you hear things like Rutgers, okay, that makes sense. I don't remember Rutgers ever winning anything. Oklahoma State, okay. Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, Arizona State, Wisconsin, Iowa, West Virginia, Virginia Tech, Syracuse, Boston College, Brigham Young University, Northwestern, Cal. Did I say Louisville? It's 11 to 20 years. Florida, 11 to 20 years. The University of Southern California, 11 to 20 years. And the University of Coral Gables is in the longer part of that 11 to 20 years. But you have the audacity to wake up every morning and tell other people that their teams suck. But it's been 11 to 20 years since the last time you've won anything of note. Matter of fact, one of these schools, the last championship they won, that conference no longer exists. It's been 20 years. 2024 is when that team joined the conference. 2004, excuse me. It's 2024. It was crazy. It's craziness. But we'll tell you that you're living in the past and in delusion. But the cool thing is that they do have a lot of history, and Florida had a really good run. Florida, even though I do believe that Florida's had numerous movies written about their run, I do. Oh, Jesus, Miles, please click that. I do want to know what was. Yeah, I'm curious. Don't you tell me I gotta buy something to get this goodness? Nah, they tripping, man. Things that happened 20 years ago.
Shrek 2.
Oh, wow.
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2, that's a good one. That's a good one. Man, Google had just got founded.
Oh.
No, that was from 2018. That article was crazy. Nah, let me look at here.
For my gamers, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, and Halo 2.
I remember Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas. That was crazy. The Burj Khalifa or Khalif had just started. Oh, you are shitting me. The Burj Khalifa is as old as Miami's last conference championship. Do you know what that is? That's the largest tower in the world, the largest man-made structure to date.
What? Mark Zuckerberg launches Facebook.
Facebook came out that year.
It was originally called
The Facebook. Yeah, the Facebook. Haiti has had 3 coups since that time. So there have been 3 different Haiti winners of a country since that time. And this is not me, but Henry put, you were playing college football. Damn. That's fucked up, bud. When you put it like that, that's fucked up. But yes, I was playing college football at that time. Jesus, Confessions? You're right. Yeah, it was a top hit.
Hurricane Katrina.
And they spelled that wrong. But like,
they put Katarina.
That's wild.
First Battle of Fallujah.
All right. The EU expanded just like conference realignment happened. We had country realignment happening. I don't even know. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff that's not even. Persian seas, no. Don't care.
Hey, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series.
Jeez. That's crazy. George W was reelected president.
Wow. Second Battle of Fallujah.
I didn't even know we had the first Battle of Fallujah.
Nintendo DS came out.
I remember Nintendo DS. There was an earthquake in the Indian Ocean.
That's about it.
But those were things that happened in 2004. I'm still tripping because, like, okay, so for people who don't know about the Burj Khalifa, right? You've seen Fast and Furious. They've raced down. It's been built. It's been here long enough to be able to set in. And they've made a Fast and Furious movie where they're like driving down it, like in a car, like that's real. That's crazy though.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
We did have flip phones.
We did have Motorola. Oh,
I remember
the
that Razor was crazy.
Yeah,
Deion Sanders is now promoting the Razor. It's called the
Razor.
Coach Prime Razor.
What? Is it
Yeah.
Flip?
I don't know. I wouldn't get it. Bratz dolls. I remember those. Baby girl used to love those. The iPod Mini. Do people use iPods anymore? Or is like the iPad and everything else like just kind of just taking over?
Oh my God.
I remember the Live Strong bracelets. Those were big. Uggs.
Is that
I don't know. Could be. I don't know what a Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie were a thing.
Oh yeah, I remember. My goodness. Yeah.
The Da Vinci Code. I remember that book making everybody believe in the Illuminati and shit.
Shake Shack opened in New York.
I didn't know that's where it started at.
Yeah, me neither.
Super Size Me. I remember the movie. I had to watch that in one of my classes. That guy just died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Atkins diet? Maybe no, put every Mike Anderson put Jabos and Carl Kanai. Evisu jeans.
Jeez.
It's been a wild world.
Yeah. Star Wars show.
Like taking the bitch to Blockbuster was still a thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was amazing. Like that, the Dave Chappelle skit with that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Ashley Simpson lip sync. I remember. Oh man,
I've never seen the Nipplegate, which was it's crazy when you look at what they've been doing the Super Bowl since then. This was probably one of the most tame things that they've ever done.
5 Grammys. Dangerously in Love. Damn.
That album was fire. Hey y'all, I remember that.
Yeah.
Andre said he performed that to one of his friends before he released, and they said this is going to end your career.
Really?
They didn't think it was going to be good. People were going to accept it. Yeah, it was cold. I remember that song. Everybody remembers that song.
The Bright Side. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that one. Gwen Stefani. That's the chick from No Doubt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Friends final episode. Wow. Last championship, Friends was still on.
Sex in the City.
Oh, Christina Aguilera. Lost. Oh, wow.
I remember that.
Lost for a while.
Desperate Housewives was a wild one.
I've never watched that. Desperate Housewife is a crazy title.
They were. It captured the drama that goes with like with rich bitches. Long story short, a lot of shit has happened in 20 years. But you know, we ain't gonna get into all of that, man. Yeah, Mike Williams put this is when Hove definitely people talk about Hove and like you see Dame Dash has done this shit again. I hope I'm never that guy. Like Dame Dash will tell you that men shouldn't chat about other people and literally goes on podcasts and talks about a relationship from over 20 years ago. And that guy doesn't even bring him up. And everything he does, he does. But Jay-Z, I remember when I went to college, I was dating older women so that I can get throwback jerseys because throwback jerseys cost as much as those Trump shoes cost. But I loved them. And the older and more obscure your throwback jersey was, the cooler you were. Like I had a Steve Young Tampa Bay Buccaneers throwback jersey. I had a Brett Favre Atlanta Falcons.
Oh wow!
Like people had to go Google.
Yeah, I didn't know Brett Favre.
That's what I'm saying. It was clean. It was like what you had to have something. There was a song by, I forgot the name of the Texas group. Like all my Texas teammates had brought it up, and they had a song. It was a throwback song, and it was basically they was just freestyling, talking about the different throwback jerseys they had. And the dude was like, "Hit the club, throwback Muhammad Ali, and he don't wear a jersey. He just skinned. Hit the club, throwback Tony Gwynn." Like they just used to, like they would just say all kinds of shit. But Hove came out with that. He's like, and I don't wear jerseys. I'm 30 plus. Give me a crisp pair of jeans and a button up. S dots on my feet. Everybody immediately stopped wearing jerseys. Everybody was wearing button up shirts and jeans with a scary crease.
Yeah.
Like the crease was so creasy that like you could cut something with it. And like I haven't worn a jersey since. I don't think. And now I'm more of a snob with it. I don't listen to my critique on why I've worn a jersey. I've had my name on the back of a jersey. I don't really like the idea of wearing another man's name on the back of my jersey anymore. So like, and I want my sons to have that. So that leaves me a few people. Like I could go buy my sons a Keon Coleman jersey. Like I don't mind that.
If the guy's dead, I don't mind it.
Yeah, but it's just like some of these things. Like, man, what I look like? I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, Ron and I are too close in age.
The brim beanie, I definitely used to love the beanie, the beanie hat. The beanie hat was crazy. Like that's definitely was a northern thing. Like, but wild times. The vest they're showing us. We all wore vests with like a polo shirt or a t-shirt under it and jeans. Like we was just wearing like vests. Like didn't even make sense. It was.
Did y'all have a lot of bow tie guys in college?
No, the bow tie guys that we knew were Nation of Islam. But like now, but then I think that was more your time when people wanted to act a little bit.
Yeah.
Like more.
So
yeah, I'm not rocking a bow tie, man. My neck is entirely too big to rock a bow tie. Need way more fabric than what's necessary. I can't even wear normal ties. I have to wear. That's why I stopped wearing them. Like, because if I wore the tie, I have to have my jacket closed. Because you don't want the tie to like stop right before your belly button. So, but yeah, man, it was a crazy time, man. When my kids gonna tell me it was the 2000s. The early 2000s was an incredible time to be alive. 90s was cool too. It was a little wild, but man, Vic went to jail, did a bid, came out, and became the starting quarterback of another team.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Like that's wild when you sit back and you think of some of these things that have happened. Like a lot of things have come back before to you, but y'all still have like they've had reunion episodes of shows that have come out, and yeah, it's wild. Yeah, that part. But anyways, let's check out the last thing. That was a wild thing. Freaks in the line. Just talk a little bit about FSU. You know, everybody tells me again, this is a little bit of Miami related as well. I've heard Miami fans say this guy sucks and he's not any good. I'll say this, you know, and this is all love because this is a large individual in real life. It's Daryl Jackson. Shout out to NIL deals for giving my man his teeth. Because those definitely ain't the original gums and incisors that he was blessed with. But you know, that money, the money long over in Tallahassee, they getting teeth done. But Daryl Jackson is like 6'6", 330, and just moving like this. Like, this should not be happening. I like the freaks on the line. His homeboy Joshua Farmer is big too. But let's check this video out real quick. They over there chilling at Mike Norvell's house. First day back from after spring or summer workouts. So Buddy just getting down there, dunking, freaking. Like, yeah, y'all don't have to like him. Y'all could have thought he sucked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so grateful that he's here. So, you know, yeah, made a couple bad decisions in life. Now we got him. We got him right where we want him. So, shout out to Daryl Jackson, Gaston County's own, good kid, big ass fucking hands. Like, motherfucking hands wrap around my hands. He gonna make some bread. And then we'll go to the last thing with Tom Pelissero. NFL is looking to shift things, and I don't know what the fuck. NFL is wild because they always talk about player safety, but everything they do is opposite of player safety. So player safety would say, let's give our players time off. Well, the end of OTAs, NFLPA is working to finalize a proposal to overhaul the offseason starting as soon as 2025, eliminating voluntary on-field work in the spring in favor of a longer training camp ramp-up, with players reporting in mid-June to early July. So the way it starts now is that OTAs are voluntary, right? So you come down and you're done with workouts like the middle of June. And then you have like a 6-week period, or not, almost 6-week period, because training camp starts the end of July for most teams, unless you're playing in the Hall of Fame game and you come a week earlier. But you're done, you're chilling. A lot of people go on vacations during that time in July and like really let their body relax and rest. What they're proposing is get rid of the voluntary shit, make everything mandatory earlier, and then now your season's longer. So you'll be going from the let's just say the end of June to, if you're on a good team, till February. Like, that's a long ass season. Like, with no breaks. So saying basically August is different than saying June. But this is what they're proposing. The more practices you have, the better in shape you can get, the more you can learn, but also the more banging on your body.
Right.
And
even without pads.
Right. It's just breaking it up would have made it so much better and simpler. But again, at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck. They just care about football. So I promise you, in a few years, it's going to get back to being more violent than it was when I played.
I feel like professional lifters take more of a break on their body than football players.
They do.
That's all year long explosive movement. There's no way the body.
No way you can because put it like this: you pull your hamstring during OTAs, you know for a fact you got 6 weeks where you can just chill out. You don't have OTAs. You pull your hamstring in the beginning of mandatory camp, your hamstring is never going to get fully healthy because the only way to make that work is to rest, and you're not going to be able to rest. So.
All you fantasy football guys, just plan for injury. That's all you can do.
I always say go younger. Or do what I do. Let auto draft and then just know how to, and just always look at what's going on during the season. I never draft, and everybody gets mad at me. They're like, you're never going to win. And I always fucking win. I'm always in the top. As the only way you're going to beat me consistently is if I'll go a couple weeks where I just won't check the app. But remember, for those who don't know, we have our members. I may do 2 leagues, but we're going to have our members only fantasy football league. We have every week we have our college football pick'em. We have our NFL pick'em, where you can win $50 each week. Basically, you can pay for your whole fucking membership by winning one of the pick'ems. And I think the end of the year, I did the end of the year. The person who has the most points for both of those gets $150 as opposed to the $50 thing. And I think it was $150 was what we gave away for the winner of the fantasy football. So we'll have all of that stuff going on for our members. You have to be an active member. Again, membership start at $3.99 all the way up to the all-in membership. So outside of that, man, wow Wednesday. See you guys on Friday. Appreciate you chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.